Welcome to the Radiant Life podcast. I am your host, Tatiana, and I am a master mindset coach, and I'm obsessed with empowering you to live and create your best life possible. If you're looking to uplevel your mindset, life, happiness, and success, then you are in the right place. My goal with this podcast is to help you see the potential within yourself, to be able to break the limiting beliefs and habits that are holding you back, and to help you feel inspired to get clear with who you are in order to create the life you desire. Thank you so much for listening. Now let's get into today's episode. Hi, loves. Welcome to the Radiant Life podcast. I feel like I haven't recorded a few episodes in a while. My life has been a little bit crazy. I was assisting at an NLP training. I had friends in town. I had my father in town here for a week. And bam, we've got Thanksgiving right around the corner in a few days. And I'm sitting here trying to grasp where this year went. Anybody else? Are you nodding your head like, yeah, girl, where has this year been? Where's the last 2 years been? I don't know about you, but that's how I'm feeling. But anyways, welcome to the podcast. So excited to have you here. Today's episode, I wanted to talk about how to handle the holidays with your peeps, family members, your friends, your neighbors, who it may be, right? Because Thanksgiving is only a few days away. And you know what that means? That means obviously lots and lots of yummy food. But I don't know about you and how your Thanksgiving goes, but at least for me and how my family used to go and now my friends, lots of conversations. And these conversations may bring up anxiety, emotions, because let's be real, the state of the world, there has been a lot of division, #politics, #everything that's fucking going on. And everybody has different views and opinions because we're all being shown different things or we believe different things, right? And so what these conversations may do is they may bring up trauma. They may bring up arguments and upset you. You may get emotional. You may feel shameful or guilty for not knowing what Aunt Sally knows and whatever it is. Or you may feel shame and guilt over indulging. Wow, I just tried mixing the words. Shame and guilt didn't go well. So I wanted to chat on this because I know this is a conversation I've had with clients on how to handle these topics, how to handle our emotions, and allow you to really enjoy the holidays and not allow the state of the world to affect your relationships and friendships with your family members and your loved ones. Because you guys, life is so short, and the last thing we need to do is have beef or not speaking terms just because you don't see eye to eye. You feel me? We need more love. We need more union. We need more conversations with respect so we can come together, because when we're divided, we will fall. And we are being divided. So I want to emphasize that we all, this is a really big important thing I really want to share before I explain some tips for you on how to handle these conversations or people in general. I want to emphasize that we all, again, repeating, all of us, not just you, not just your sister, all of us have different models of the world. And all of our models are created within our own unique experiences, perceptions, and beliefs. There is absolutely no one that has the same model or perception of the world as the next person. I don't care if you're twins, if you're siblings, if you're married, you ultimately still do not have the same exact model, because we all filter the world and our experiences differently based on our beliefs, our upbringing, X, Y, and Z. And I tell you this by experience. I have a sister. We're practically twins. We're best friends. And we still, whether or not we still have the same views, we still have different models of the world. We have still different perceptions and perspectives. Because a little nerd alert here, our subconscious mind, what happens is our subconscious mind picks up 2 million bits per second, and our conscious mind can only handle 126. So what happens to the rest of the millions of information? Our mind deletes, distorts, or generalizes it. So that's why when you are, say, at a party or at a yoga event, your experience may be like, oh my God, that was the best yoga class ever. And who you went with was like, are you kidding me? I hated it, right? We filter it through differently. So Do you get the point I'm trying to make here? We all have different models of the world based on our own experiences, perceptions, and beliefs. So I want to encourage you to go into these settings, these events, these hanging out things with that mindset and understanding that no one will have the same view as you, and that is okay. And when you can go into this and when you can view people as this way, and you can do this in a respective way, respecting that person's view. Because you judging them for believing this thing, or you know what, let's be real, for you judging them for wearing a mask, or you judging them for not wearing a mask, stop judging. Just respect that that's their model of the world and that's what they want to do, and leave it like that, right? Because I've seen that happen so much at my NLP training. Just like, you see the eyes, you see the whispers, like, oh my God, they're wearing a mask. Oh my God, they're not wearing a mask. Like, you guys, everybody has the right to their own beliefs, their own opinions, and to do whatever the fuck they want. Okay? Okay. So how do we handle when maybe a conversation is coming up that you don't want to engage in, or that you're being told you're wrong, or there's a lot of heavy energy into it? Maybe someone's like, how can you like think that way? Like, how dare you? I don't know if anyone's experienced this. I've experienced this. I've watched this happen to so many of us. First thing is please do not take it personally. People project their own fears and their own beliefs onto others. And a lot of the times it doesn't always have to do with you. This is a big concept I teach my clients. Do not take things personally, because you're just it makes it about us when really it's not always about that. Because not everyone is going to understand the same concepts. They're not going to see it from your lens because they have a different perception. This is like where perception is their interpretation comes from. And we can't change that. We're not here to force people to think differently or to change it, right? We don't have control over that. The only thing we have control over is our thoughts, our actions, and our words, and how we choose to respond and interpret it. Sorry, water break. So, what do you do then? If they're coming at you, if they're saying nasty things, or they're coming from a really like heavy energy, take a step back and share your side in a respectful manner. Remind yourself that they're viewing the world in a different lens. I don't know if you've seen those memes around the world, but it's like, I don't want to say half America, but half of the world is going about their days in so much fear that we're going through the worst pandemic, the worst time in human history. And then the other half of the world is living their lives totally normal. And why is that? Because we're all being shown different things through the media, through the news, through our jobs, through whatever it is, right? So again, reminding ourselves that everybody is doing the best that they can. And at the end of the day, everyone kind of wants the greater good, but we just believe getting there in different ways. And again, everybody has their own perspective and perception. So share your point if you feel comfortable doing so in a respectful manner. And what I encourage you to do is watch your tone and the words you use, because they have power. Your words have power. They're hurtful. They can be mean. There's energy to it. So like, do you want to look back on that conversation that you're having with your uncle and regret calling him that name or calling him whatever it is? No, just share what you got to share in a respectful way and move on. And if it does get too much, express that. Just be honest and share that, you know what, you do not want this conversation to escalate, and that you respect them and that you love them, and you don't want this to intervene within your relationship. So maybe that it's best to, agree to disagree and lay it to rest. Don't go blue in the face trying to prove your point is right. Because who says you're right? Who says you're wrong? I mean, at the end of the day, who is right? Who is wrong? You feel me? Like, I don't know. Only God knows that. Truthfully. So you can agree to disagree. And I really do say this from experience, because I've had plenty of conversations with other people who don't see eye to eye with what I believe in. And that's okay. I still love them and I respect them. And I do not choose to allow these conversations to ruin relationships, right? And I really want the same for you, because I've seen, oh my goodness, and heard so many relationships of like feuds, families not talking, siblings not talking, years of friendship just over because of one little thing they disagree on, or Facebook, or they made the assumption that because they think this, then that means they think everything else of whatever. You guys, come on. We're humans. We're meant to love each other. So, tell them, I don't want to have this conversation. And if they keep going, just remove yourself from the conversation. Be the bigger person. Go on a walk, take a few deep breaths, and regroup. You do not want to say anything you will regret later. Because the best thing you can do is respect all models of the world. Even with the work I do with clients, I may not agree with what their beliefs are, their views are, their values are. And that's okay. I'm not here to agree. I'm here to respect and honor them and help them become the best versions of themselves based on the model of their world. Because deep down, I think all of us humans usually want the same thing. We want the greater good for everyone. At least I hope that, right? But we all look at it differently on how to get there. So take a step back. Don't label people as good or bad or worthy or unworthy, or that's not your job. That I believe that's God's job to make those judgments. We don't judge. We're all humans. We all fuck up. We all make mistakes, right? Like the person who told you to eat sugar instead of fat, like years ago when that whole trend happened, they made a mistake. So don't label them as good or bad, because human beings, all of us, we're doing the best we can with the resources we have at this given moment. So just chill. Okay? Does that make sense? I hope it does. I hope that kind of gives you just a shift in perspective going into the holidays, going into these conversations, because let's be real, we know we're going to have them. We all see differently, like the state of the world is right now. So I wanted to get that off my heart and off my chest. I've had some conversations with people and clients, nervous to go to their Thanksgiving dinners because their aunts are, whatever. Just have a good time, enjoy yourself, and eat the good food. Food-wise, if you struggle with food and you overeat, or you're working on your health, just because I love talking about health a little bit here, I just want to share. Enjoy yourself, first of all. It is a 1 day a year thing. So drink your water before. If you eat before, eat light, eat some protein, some veggies. Maybe you fast and then you don't eat until your 1 o'clock dinner or lunch. And then when the food is there, just be mindful when choosing it and the serving size. Don't judge yourself. Don't beat yourself up for eating so much mashed potatoes and macaroni and cheese and cornbread and green beans. Just enjoy it. It's food, you guys. Maybe you do a workout before. You definitely recommend doing a workout after. Use that energy, food for energy. It's good use. And at the end of the day, enjoy it and just get back on track the next day. And I say this because I've spent years beating myself up and dwelling over all of the holiday foods. I would be like, I'm only going to eat the turkey and the green beans and maybe a little bit mashed potatoes. And then I would go ham and I would drink and I would feel so guilty after and I would beat myself up. And then I would be like, you know what? Screw it. I had a bad Thanksgiving. I might as well just let these bad habits linger on for the rest of the holiday season. And then New Year's Eve would come around and I would be 5-10 pounds heavier, and I would be so upset, and then I would have to have weight loss as a goal every year. Oh my God, it was a mess. So just enjoy it, be mindful, move your body, and get back on track the next day. Don't judge yourself. Don't beat yourself up. Stop being so hard on yourself. You're human. Okay? Well, I am wishing you all an amazing week. A very happy Thanksgiving. I hope you have an amazing time with your loved ones. I hope you enjoy all of the food. I hope we can come into a state of gratitude as a whole collective, because the world needs that energy right now. And I hope you guys just have an amazing time off. Enjoy the Black Friday sales if you're a big Black Friday person. I personally am not. But I hope this helps you go into Thanksgiving and all of the holiday parties with a different perspective. And I hope it makes it that much better. Thank you so much for listening. Share this if you know people have the same family situations. Share it with them so they can enjoy their Thanksgivings too. Thank you so much for listening. I'll see you in the next episode. Thank you so much for tuning in today. If you enjoyed this episode, please share it with me and write an Apple iTunes review so I can keep the good stuff coming your way. If you aren't following me already, you can find me on Instagram at Tatiana_Kuto. I appreciate you so much and cannot wait to see you in the next episode. In the meantime, continue to shine bright and embrace your radiance.